Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Today I will be reviewing the Firman W2000i gasoline generator. Those of you who saw my last payday prep saw this same generator in the box. The reason I purchased this is because of the price, and my buddy that has one has given me good reviews thus far. Costco has these generators on sale for $350, and I think that's a great deal. I do believe that the sale goes all the way through the 4th of April. That's for those of you that have a Costco near you or can get Costco to ship to your location. Someone left a comment saying that he has had a Honda generator that he purchased 18 years ago for $3,000 or so. And he said that it still purrs like a kitten and that it starts on the first pull every time. And that when dealing with items such as this, that it is always best to purchase quality and not price. Ladies and gentlemen, I totally agree with that comment. But I feel that there are a lot of people out there today that cannot afford $1,000, $2,000, or even $3,000 to spend on a backup generator. So the question is, do you want to spend the $350 now in order to have a backup generator that's of decent quality? Or would you rather save up in order to purchase a quality generator like a Honda for 3 to 4 times the price? Well, that's completely up to you. But in my opinion, I'd rather have something now in case I need it than to be saving for something more expensive, albeit of better quality, and be stuck with a stack of dollar bills and no generator when I really need one. And this is one of the reasons why I really wanted to review this generator, because I know that there are not many out there that can afford the more expensive ones. Okay, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, this generator provides a continuous 1600 watt output and can surge to 2000 watts. In addition, it is one of the quieter generators that does not attract a lot of attention. Let me show you what it comes with. A bottle of 10W30 oil that should be plenty to fill the oil tank, and usually there's a little bit left over once you fill the oil tank. I normally run synthetic oil in my generators, but use the factory provided oil for the break-in period and then change it over to synthetic. Okay, let me show you what comes with it. A funnel, a 30 amp adapter that you can use for an RV, a pair of cords that can be used to run this generator with a second one. You can run it in parallel if you decided to get 2 generators and combine the output. A tool so that you can easily remove the spark plug, and a cheap screwdriver that you can use to take off the panels that provide you access to the oil plug and the air filter. It also includes a start guide and an owner's manual. Don't forget to register this generator, ladies and gentlemen, because it does come with a 3-year warranty, and if you use your Costco Visa credit card to purchase it, I believe that you receive an additional 2 years added to the warranty at no cost to you. Most generators come with this tag that reminds you to fill it up with oil prior to first starting it. So make sure that you fill it up with oil prior to first starting it so that you don't damage the engine. This is the rear panel that gives you access to the oil dipstick, and that's what the screwdriver is for. However, since I have a drill, I will use that instead. The hardest part of doing this is not losing the screws. Once the panel is off, you'll notice that the dipstick is on the bottom right hand corner. Go ahead and remove it and see if there's any oil in it. When these things are at the factory, they test them to make sure they run, so they put oil in them. Just make sure that nobody forgot to drain the oil, that way you don't overfill it when you put your oil in it. As you can see, the dipstick is pretty much dry, so let's go ahead and put some oil in it. Now we are going to fill it up with oil, making sure not to overfill it. I like to pour in about 1/3 of the bottle that was provided and then check the dipstick again. This gives me a good idea of how much more oil I have to put in, because in my experience, as I've stated before, usually they give you a little more oil than what you need. A good idea as well is to make sure that when you are putting your oil in, that you have your generator in a nice level area. Now that it's full, let me go ahead and screw the dipstick back in and screw the panel back together. Now let me go over the controls with you. As previously stated, the generator can be parallel with another one using these ports and the wires provided. So instead of having 1600 watts of continuous power, you would have 3200 watts. This is a 30 amp outlet which allows you to hook it up to an RV or a home if you have yours set up to accept an external power source besides your utility electricity provider. It also comes with one 20 amp outlet that you can use to power your appliances by using an extension cord, and it has a 20 amp breaker just in case you draw too much power from the 20 amp outlet. It's a safety feature and a good one. This is the choke, which is pretty self-explanatory. Pull it out to start, and then once it's started, push it back in. The red button needs to be on the on position prior to starting, and the black button is your rabbit and turtle button that allows you to run it on low as a gasoline saving mechanism for when you don't need maximum power. This dial allows you to turn on and off the supply of gasoline, and it even comes with a USB port for your personal devices. In case you lose your quick start manual, you can always refer to the top of the unit where there is a sticker that shows you how to properly start and stop the generator. On the gas cap, you will notice an on and off switch. Make sure that this is on prior to starting and off after stopping it and putting it away. This is a small vent for the 0.9 gallon gasoline tank that this generator comes with. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're familiar with this generator, let's go ahead and take it outside, gas it up, and give it a test run. We are out of the schoolroom, ladies and gentlemen, and now we are outside to go ahead and fuel this generator up, get it started, see how loud or how quiet it is, depending on either or, and just see how it runs all together. I'm not really going to run anything off of this generator today because I'm breaking it in. I'm going to turn it on and let it run for about an hour or so, and then I'm going to put it away. I recommend that when you're putting away your generator, if you can, try to put it away in a temperature controlled room where it's above freezing. I found that it's a lot easier to start these when they're above freezing and not so difficult as in, like, negative degree weathers. There is a couple of things that I forgot to show you yesterday that comes with this generator that I think is pretty cool. So let me show that to you right now. If you notice these three little lights here, you got a yellow, got a red, and a green. These are oil level indicator lights. In addition to that, if you turn it around, you'll notice that there's a little cover right here. Well, this cover is just an easy access point. Let me see if I can pull it out. There you go. It's an easy access point to get to your spark plug. So when you have to change your spark plug, you will have to take this panel off, just like we did the front, and then you'll put your tool through here to go ahead and take your spark plug out. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like in there. And there you go. You would have to take the cover off, pull this out right here, pull that out, and then you'll be able to take your spark plug out. So that's what that's for. So it's pretty easy to get to. Now let's go ahead and fill her up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I put gasoline away for storage, I always put stable in it. However, one thing that I've done over the years is even if I have fresh gasoline that I'm going to use right away, I always put a little bit of stable in it as well, just to make sure that that stable is making it through the parts, not allowing anything inside to tarnish. At least that's what I've done for a long time, and it's always worked out pretty well for me. So let's go ahead and fuel this up, and then let's see if we can start her up. I took it off the table and put it on the ground. That's because you want somewhere sturdy for this to be on. You don't want it to be on something that can shake or something where you can't attain enough leverage. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull the choke out on the start position. We're going to make sure that our on button is on, and we're going to make sure that this switch here, or this dial here, is on the on position. Let me go ahead and put this USB back in there. All right, so everything is ready to go. Let's go ahead and give it a pull and see what happens. And look at that. It started on its first pull. And I've never started this before, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like I spent 20 minutes trying to start it before I did this. This is the very first time I ever started this machine. So let's take a look and see what it sounds like when we have the turtle on and the rabbit on. So this here, I believe, is the rabbit. And that right there is the turtle, or the slow mode or eco mode. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you away about 20 feet away from the generator to see how much we can hear the noise. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, we are about 20 feet away from the generator. And I'll be quiet for a little bit. And that's on eco mode. Let me go ahead and put it on the fast mode. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear the difference, but this right here is the fast mode. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 20 feet away from it, and I can hear it running, but it's not that clanking, you know, that really loud clank that you get from the other regular generators, like house generators that you have, that are noisy. I can only assume that if you build a small box, like an insulated box around this, and make sure that you have an opening so that cold air can get in, or air can get in, and the exhaust can get out, maybe build a muffler for it, it would quiet it down a lot more. But this is significantly quieter than one of your bigger generators. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I surely do hope that you got something out of this. I mean, I can't really speak too highly of the generator so far because we just turned it on for the first time ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run for an hour. I can see there that there's no oil indicator lights on, which means that it's got the right amount of oil. So I'm going to let it run for about an hour. I'm going to take the oil panel off again and check my oil. And then I'll probably do an update video with this probably halfway through the summer or so. I'll be doing a lot of building this summer, so I'll be using this generator a lot of the times to power my tools, just so that I can break it in further and so that I can let you know how it's doing. Having said that, thank you very much for joining in. For those of you that are interested, if you go to your nearest Costco's, they should have these on sale for $350 until the 4th of April, I believe. All right, but just check in your area, see if they have them in stock, or you may be able to order them by mail. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of your families. This is Alaska Prepper. And check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day today. And I am out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes since I plugged this in. I was editing the video. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and plug something in. It's already been running for about an hour or so. So as you can see here, I have a little 1500 watt heater. It goes from 1000 watts to 1500 watts. And take a look at the placard that's under this heater. It shows you that it goes from 1000 to 1500 watts of usage because it's got a low and a high. And this is what you're looking for when you look at your appliances, to see how many wattages it uses or how many watts it uses during its operation. Now right now, the generator is on turtle mode or low mode or economy mode. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on high, and then I'm going to turn the heater on. As you can see, it's plugged in right now. Now we've got it running on high mode. As you can see, the heater is off. Sorry about the lighting. Let's go ahead and turn it on low. You hear that? It had that surge. If you heard that, it had that surge. And as you can see, it is running and it is producing warm air. Let's go ahead and put it on high. And there you go. Right now, that heater is drawing 1,500 watts from that generator. It's running on high. Now it still has about 100 more watts of running watts that you can put on it, so you can power lights or whatever with 100 watts. But that is what this generator can do. So this tells me that this generator could easily power my refrigerator, my freezer, my Wi-Fi, my lights, and any other small personal devices that I have. Even my heater. It can even power my heater at the same time that it's powering my refrigerator, my freezer, and my lights. So for $350, I think that's a heck of a deal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining in.